Good morning, America. For our viewers in the West, the bitter cold on the move, another strike on a suspected drug boat, and Fire Festival returns again. Millions waking up to the coldest air of the season as Arctic air sweeps across the country.
Freezing outside. It is freezing cold.
Temperatures plummeting in the Northeast, wind chills below zero. Ginger is tracking the latest.
Overnight, the Pentagon releasing video of a new strike on a suspected drug boat. Martha Raddatz has the latest.
New evidence released in the Luigi Mangione case.
I have a customer here that some other customers were suspicious of, that he looks like the CEO shooter from New York.
Including that 911 call that led to the capture of the alleged killer, as his lawyers fight in court to get key evidence thrown out.
Critical testimony in the trial of the Massachusetts man accused of killing his wife. Her boyfriend takes the stand.
We quickly became close friends, then confidants, and before long we started an intimate relationship.
Detailing their relationship and the last time she was in touch with him before vanishing.
Fire Festival is back.
To the millions of people who have doubted me.
Yes, you heard that right.
The artists are flying in. The documentary cameras are rolling.
The founder, Billy McFarland, who ended up behind bars after the first one, back now with a new music event.
Running wild.
Gibbs into the end zone for a Lions touchdown.
In a game with big playoff implications. While college football fans gear up for a huge weekend. Plus, an historic streak for LeBron James coming to an end.
And behind the scenes of Avatar: Fire and Ash, Ginger steps into the world of Pandora.
Ta-da! I'm ready to be motion captured.
Plus, the moment Hugh Jackman surprised a group of students in the middle of class, it brought Hugh to tears.
Live from ABC News headquarters in New York City, it's Friday. Good morning, America.
So you're sitting in class and Hugh Jackman appears. That's a good day.
I would say.
And we hope you're having a good start to your day as well.
Yes, we do. Coming up here on GMA on this Friday, all eyes are on college football for championship week with some titles up for grabs. Will Reeve is here breaking it all down for us.
Also ahead, the critical CDC vote that could affect your child's vaccines. Dr. Tara Narula is here and standing right by.
First, the Arctic blast. Millions of Americans from the Midwest to the Northeast are waking up to frigid temperatures. Ginger's standing by with how long it's going to last. Let's start out with Alex Perez in Chicago. Good morning, Alex.
Hey, good morning, George. The feel-like temperature here in Chicago right now is about 0 degrees. It has been a brutally cold week across parts of the Midwest. We don't usually see this kind of cold until January.
Overnight, brutal cold from the Midwest, sweeping into the Northeast. Wind chills dropping below 0 overnight. It's the coldest Chicago has felt since February.
Freezing outside. It is freezing cold.
Commuters bundling up to battle the cold as authorities open more than 250 warming centers to help those residents of the Windy City who may need them. Communities in the Northeast also expecting temperatures in the single digits and teens. Intense bands of snow and wind whipping through the Buffalo metro area, leading to whiteout conditions. Plows in Rochester clearing airport runways and frozen roads causing treacherous conditions in Sherburne. To the south, a storm system is expected to bring rain and snow from the mid-Atlantic to the southeast. Trucks in North Carolina pre-treating roads in anticipation of the cold.
And unfortunately for Chicago and other parts of the Midwest, more bitter cold is on the way. Rebecca?
Yeah, Alex, it even sounds cold. You can hear the snow crunch underneath your feet. All right, stay warm out there, get inside, and Ginger is here indoors with us, luckily, tracking all of this Arctic blast.
Yeah, Alex is going to get some more in Chicago of the snow by Saturday night into Sunday morning, but this bitter cold is kind of stuck in a pattern that's going to last for us. Let's go ahead and go through the numbers and start you out with what's happening on the precipitation front, because in Richmond, Virginia, they had their first measurable snow of the season this morning. That usually happens closer to the first of the year, so about a month early. And we're going to see some snow still moving through the later morning hours, early afternoon. It's done, and look, it's the winter weather advisory in place for most of the state of Virginia, parts of the Delmarva Peninsula, 1 to 3 inches with some sleet possible. Now let's talk cold, because it's not just what are the air temperatures, which some are sub-zero, but what are the wind chills? Just a little bit of wind makes a difference. It feels like 17 in Indianapolis. It feels like 12 at State College. Feels like only 14 here in New York City. And as we go through the afternoon, it doesn't really warm up much. This is what it feels like. You see New York right there in the mid-20s at best in the feels likes, but look how cold it gets by Sunday in Minneapolis after that next push of cold air. Y'all, next week, this pattern is stuck. George.
Okay, Ginger, thanks. Now to the latest lethal attack on an alleged drug boat in the Caribbean. Amid the fallout over the boat strike that's raising questions about whether a war crime was committed when 2 survivors were killed. On Capitol Hill, lawmakers came away divided after viewing the video. Chief Global Affairs anchor Martha Radis has the story. Good morning, Martha.
Good morning, George. The lawmakers were wildly divided on what they saw on the tape of the second strike, which came about 40 minutes after the first strike. But the divisions, the questions have not stopped the administration's lethal attack on boats they say are carrying drugs.
Overnight, the Pentagon releasing this video showing a new strike against a suspected drug boat, this the 22nd in a series of operations that have killed dozens of people President Trump has labeled drug trafficking terrorists. The administration has yet to publicly provide evidence that any of those boats were carrying narcotics bound for the U.S., and it comes as the strikes forge a deep divide on Capitol Hill. On Thursday, lawmakers were shown video of multiple strikes against one suspected drug boat from September 2nd, which killed 2 survivors.
In a second strike, they were killed, and in a third and fourth strike, the boat was sunk.
The chairman of the Joint Chiefs of Staff and Admiral Mitch Bradley, the commander who directed the strikes, facing intense questioning from lawmakers. The admiral giving a quick nod when asked if he stands by his actions.
Admiral, do you stand by your actions?
The House Intelligence Committee's ranking Democrat stunned at what he saw in the new video.
What I saw in that room was one of the most troubling things I've seen in my time in public service.
Congressman Jim Himes describing the second strike as an attack on defenseless survivors, an act that would violate international law.
You have 2 individuals in clear distress, without any means of locomotion, with a destroyed vessel, who were killed by the United States.
But allies of the administration, like Republican Senator Tom Cotton, drawing an opposite conclusion.
I didn't see anything disturbing about it.
Cotton claimed the survivors were seen trying to salvage their suspected drug cargo and, quote, stay in the fight.
I saw 2 survivors trying to flip a boat loaded with drugs bound for the United States back over so they could stay in the fight.
I saw Senator Cotton say that the 2 gentlemen were trying to turn their boat back up, I guess. That is patently ridiculous. That boat wasn't going anywhere.
Lawmakers from both parties say Admiral Bradley told them Defense Secretary Pete Hegseth did not give an order at the mission's outset to kill everyone aboard the boat. The Republican chair of the Senate Armed Services Committee staying quiet for now.
Are you concerned, though, what you saw in the video?
I'm going to withhold comment beyond the fact that we were briefed about very.
Did you see evidence of a war crime in that video?
I'm going to withhold comment, but thank you so much.
Now, President Trump has said he supports the release of the tape of the second strike, but we have no idea when that might happen, George.
And Martha, all this focus on the second strike actually obscures a larger debate. Are any of these strikes legal?
That is exactly the question, George, and many are asking that question. There's no real authorization of force. Now, at the heart of the second strike is whether those survivors still posed a threat under international laws of war. You cannot kill an enemy combatant who is disabled, and you're not supposed to kill shipwrecked survivors. But you heard the argument from Tom Cotton and others about the survivors still being able to get help and stay in the fight, and Democrats saying that was basically absurd. Now, Admiral Bradley seemingly determined that they could still pose a threat and didn't wait too long, about 40 minutes, to gather more evidence, as far as we know at this point. But there is, as you say, a bigger issue here as well. The laws of war are generally about armed conflict. not about smuggling drugs, George.
Especially in a week where the president pardoned a head of state who was a drug trafficker. Martha Raddatz, thanks very much. Deborah?
All right, George, now to new evidence released from the arrest of Luigi Mangione as his attorneys fight to block another piece of evidence in his upcoming murder trial. Chief Investigative Correspondent Aaron Kontersky is at the courthouse this morning. Good morning, Aaron.
Good morning to you, Deborah. This time a year ago, the police were looking for the killer of the United Healthcare CEO, Brian Thompson. For the first time, we're able to hear the 911 call that ended that manhunt. This morning, the 911 call that led to the capture of an alleged killer.
I have a customer here that some other customers were suspicious of, that he looked like the CEO shooter from New York.
The manager of McDonald's in Altoona, Pennsylvania, providing a description of a male seated in the back corner.
He's wearing a black sweater jacket with a medical mask and a tan khaki-colored beanie.
The woman said customers thought they recognized a distinctive feature.
Well, he has his beanie pulled down, so the only thing you can see is his eyebrows.
Altoona police dispatched 2 officers to the McDonald's. The audio now public for the first time.
Got a call from the manager there. Customers came to her, said that there's a male in the store that looks like the NYC shooter.
One of the responding officers testified, "I recognized the defendant as the person shown on the media." Luigi Mangione taken into custody. In court, Mangione watched as prosecutors played blurred video showing him peeling off his clothing for a strip search, and another moment when they pulled what they described as a to-do list from Mangione's pocket. The crumpled paper lists USB, digital cam, survival kit, hot meal, and water bottles. Body camera footage also shows officers taking this wallet from his jacket pocket. They said it contained thousands of dollars in cash along with foreign currency, seen here. Mangione has pleaded not guilty to murder charges. His lawyers are trying to get key evidence thrown out. The defense questioning why police touched Mangione's backpack without a warrant. He never acted belligerent, did he? No, an officer replied. He never attempted to open his backpack at the McDonald's, did he? No. Defense attorneys say police had no reason to search the backpack, where police said they found the murder weapon and a notebook. This is now the 4th day of an evidence suppression hearing. We're going to hear from a couple of more officers who were there at the McDonald's, and this hearing, George, is expected to stretch well into next week. George?
Aaron Kontersky, thanks. Now to the arrest of the man accused of placing pipe bombs outside the Republican and Democratic Party headquarters before the January 6th Capitol riot. The break in the case comes nearly 5 years after the crime. Chief Justice Correspondent Pierre Thomas has the story. Good morning, Pierre.
George, good morning. This case has frustrated the FBI for nearly half a decade. And it turns out it was not some stunning new tip that cracked the case, but pieces of evidence that had been there all along.
This morning, a 5-year mystery that has haunted the FBI allegedly solved.
Brian Cole Jr. was arrested and charged with placing the pipe bombs at the RNC and the DNC on January 5th, 2021.
Law enforcement swarming the home of the 30-year-old Cole, who lived with his mother in the D.C. suburbs. The FBI claims that Cole, seen here in a yearbook photo, planted potentially lethal bombs discovered outside the headquarters of both the Democratic and Republican national committees. Just minutes before hundreds of Donald Trump supporters breached barricades and stormed the Capitol.
Make no mistake, the alleged pipe bomber did terrorize our community.
For years, it seemed all the FBI had to go on were the bombs and those grainy videos showing a suspect in that gray hooded sweatshirt, a mask, a distinctive gait, and a pair of Nike shoes with a yellow logo.
It is a huge win because it was like finding a needle in a haystack.
As they re-examined the evidence, the FBI claims it found cell phone data that places a phone used by Cole along the route the day the bombs were planted. The FBI says it discovered a photo that allegedly places his vehicle near the crime scene. Investigators also say they uncovered financial transactions that show Cole allegedly buying materials from an area Home Depot that could be used to make bombs.
But Cole's family is standing by him, his grandmother telling us he would not hurt a fly. He's due in court possibly as early as today, Rebecca.
All right, Pierre, thank you. We're going to turn now to a grand jury refusing to indict New York Attorney General Letitia James on a charge of mortgage fraud. It's the second time in 10 days that the case has been set aside, and our senior political correspondent Rachel Scott is here with the latest. Good morning, Rachel.
Rebecca, good morning to you. And this is a major defeat for President Donald Trump. Sources tell ABC News that a federal grand jury in Virginia refused to indict New York Attorney General Letitia James for alleged mortgage fraud, rejecting the DOJ's attempt to refile the case just 10 days ago. A federal judge dismissed this same exact case, finding that the appointment of the president's handpicked prosecutor, Lindsey Halligan, was unlawful. Halligan has never prosecuted a case. Letitia James, of course, successfully brought the civil fraud case against President Trump before he was elected to a second term. In a statement, she says, as I have said from the start, the charges against me are baseless. It is time for this unchecked weaponization of our justice system to stop. And it is worth noting the administration has made this accusation of mortgage fraud against several of the president's perceived political enemies, including Democratic Senator Adam Schiff. The DOJ could try for a third time to indict James, but of course the question is whether or not it's been successful after this has been tossed out now twice.
Yeah, and it's so rare for one to get tossed out in the first place.
Exactly, and now second time, will they try for a third?
Okay.
All right, thank you so much, Rachel. Well, switching gears now, a big weekend for both the NFL and college football kicked off last night. Will Reeve is here with the action, and you can see him excited about college football.
Yes, you are. You got your dogs to root for coming up. But first, we'll talk about the NFL. There was so much at stake in this Thursday night football game. The Cowboys visiting the Lions with playoff dreams for both teams on the line. Detroit's offense firing on all cylinders at home. A massive night from running back Jahmyr Gibbs, who ran for 3 touchdowns. Gibbs now has 47 touchdowns in his career. That puts him in great company with Hall of Famer and Lions legend Barry Sanders, tied for most career touchdowns before turning 24. How about that? Quarterback Jared Goff threw for more than 300 yards, 100 each to receivers Amon-Ra St. Brown, who's just back from an injury, and Jameson Williams. The Cowboys, they have the best kicker in the league, Brandon Aubrey. They use him as a weapon, but he was way too busy because a touchdown is worth 6, a field goal only worth 3, and they were settling for 3 far too many times. Detroit wins 44-30 and keeps their playoff hopes very much alive while simultaneously likely dashing the Cowboys' hopes.
And that's NFL, but
yes,
of course, college football, I can't help it.
Yes.
I can't help it.
It is a huge weekend,
a big
Deborah.
Weekend
you
for
know
all
this
of
as
us.
well as anyone.
Yeah.
It's championship week. We've got so many titles up for grabs. Number 1, Ohio State facing number 2, Indiana for the Big Ten championship. And then, here it is, Deborah, a powerhouse matchup between 3rd-ranked Georgia and 9th-seeded Alabama for the SEC title. You can see that game right here on these airwaves, ABC, tomorrow afternoon at 4 p.m. Eastern. If you're looking for Rebecca,
I have
you know where to find her.
And you know where to find me, too. A lot of friends down in Georgia who are like on pins and needles.
Okay.
It's going to be a good weekend.
Sounds good.
All right, and coming up, Fire Festival creator Billy McFarland's 3rd attempt in an event and the star power he has helping him out this weekend.
Also ahead, key testimony in the trial of the Massachusetts father accused of killing his wife, her alleged boyfriend taking the stand.
And, well, what's ahead in the 7:30 headlines?
Well, Deborah, new at 7:30, absolutely terrifying. A scary moment for window washers in Virginia when their equipment malfunctioned. Look at that.
That's always scary to see.
Yeah, it is, but it all turned out all right.
Ginger, your Avatar adventure's coming up.
I cannot wait to show you how you transform and become an avatar. I got to do it. An amazing experience.
Very cool. We will show you when we come back. Okay, welcome back to GMA with the greatest show and the greatest showman himself, Hugh Jackman, the actor. He surprised one lucky group of students during their music class, and we have that great moment in our next hour. Just imagine, like you said, imagine Hugh Jackman in your music class.
I would lose it. I would lose it.
You'd sing a little louder.
We're looking forward to that. First, Will has the headlines. He starts with the Supreme Court in the midterms, Will.
Yeah, that's right, George. Good morning. New at 7:30, the Supreme Court has reversed an injunction from a lower court and says Texas can move forward with a newly redrawn congressional map for next year's midterm election. Texas Republicans redrew the map with the aim of gaining more Republican seats in Congress. California has also redrawn its map to give an advantage to Democrats. A debate had gone on for years in the Catholic Church about ordaining women as deacons, and now a Vatican commission has voted against it. which means women in the Catholic Church will remain barred from presiding over weddings, baptisms, and funerals. The report, though, did leave open the possibility to study the issue further. This here is terrifying video to someone afraid of heights. 2 window washers there trapped on the side of a building in Virginia on Thursday when their window washing basket malfunctioned. It looks like one side appeared to give out. They were stuck for a little over an hour. Eventually, they were lowered onto a tower ladder bucket on a fire truck. Thank goodness for that. And did you see the moon last night? Some incredible pictures this morning of the supermoon. It's the last one of the year. It was appropriately called the cold supermoon. This incredible view happens when the moon is closer than usual to Earth, which actually makes sense. Yeah. Like it's bigger because it's closer.
So did you go outside to see the moon well?
I did. When I was walking Stella, our dog, I said, oh my God, it's cold. Look at the moon.
And quickly went back inside.
Stella was already inside.
Yep, absolutely.
Thank you, Will. We are going to turn now to key witness testimony in the murder trial of Brian Walsh, the Massachusetts man accused of killing his wife. Rhiannon Alley here with the details. Good morning, Rhiannon.
Hey, good morning to you, George. Yes, it was another explosive day in court as jurors heard from the man Anna Walsh was having an affair with. Prosecutors even played a voicemail her husband Brian Walsh left him after Anna went missing. This morning, Brian Walsh back in court facing murder charges for the 2023 death of his wife Anna after critical testimony from her alleged boyfriend.
We quickly became close friends, then confidants, and before long we started an intimate relationship.
Real estate broker William Fastow taking the stand Thursday, saying his relationship with Anna turned romantic after he helped her buy a townhouse in Washington, D.C. in March 2022.
We'd had a number of conversations about what a life together might look like, what merging 2 families would look like, how that might work.
He says the two spent Christmas Eve together before she returned to her family outside of Boston on Christmas. He says he last heard from her on New Year's Eve.
I received a text message from Anna. It was a Happy New Year's message right around the stroke of midnight on New Year's Eve.
Anna was reported missing on January 4th. Fastow says Brian called him twice, leaving this voicemail message.
Anna hasn't been in touch for a few days, so just wondering if you've spoken to her in the near recently. So sorry to bother you. Sure, everything's fine.
Prosecutors allege Brian killed Anna and disposed of her body, in part because of that affair.
The prosecution is doing a good job of using circumstantial evidence to prove there's no alternative to this case other than Brian Walsh murdered his wife. They're trying to disprove everything else, that the boyfriend didn't do it, that the timeline from when it happened only must have occurred when Brian Walsh was there, and that, of course, there's a multi-million-dollar motive to kill her, that being the life insurance.
But Brian's lawyers argue he didn't know about the affair, claiming instead Anna died of sudden unexplained death and that Brian panicked when he found her. Brian pleading guilty to disposing of her body, but he has never revealed where her remains are. Court resumes today, and as you heard Brian mention, prosecutors also point to a $2 million life insurance policy as motive. Brian Walsh was the sole beneficiary. This case has so many twists and turns, and it's not over yet.
Sure does. Okay, Rhiannon, thanks very much.
Definitely not over. Thank you. Well, now to the Fire Festival. Creator Billy McFarland, who is hoping to get a new event off the ground this weekend after the original festival landed him in prison. Will is back with details. And Will, a lot of people are scratching their heads over this one.
Yeah, here we go. Well, good morning again, Deborah. Winston Churchill said success is the ability to go from one failure to another without losing your enthusiasm. Billy McFarland might not be Churchill, but he certainly keeps taking swings at trying to make festivals happen despite his criminally unsuccessful track record. McFarland's got a new venture this weekend on an island in Honduras. And was it Churchill who also said we shall party on the beaches?
To the millions of people who have doubted me. This morning, Fire Festival founder Billy McFarland is back. And this time, he says you can believe him. The artists are flying in. The documentary cameras are rolling. Taking to social media, promising a once-in-a-lifetime festival of music, experiences, and fun taking place this weekend on a small island off the coast of Honduras. To everybody that said there wouldn't be power. To everybody that said the phoenix wouldn't rise. unlike Fire Festival 2, which McFarland advertised as taking place last spring in Mexico before the government pulled the plug. This year's festival, rebranded Phoenix after McFarland sold off the rights to the name Fire on eBay for a little less than $250,000 this past July, it has a headliner attached. French Montana, who recorded this message McFarland published on his Instagram.
We're going to shut it down. You already know what it is. Shout out to my guy, Billy.
We reached out to Montana's rep, but have not heard back. This would be the third attempt at running a music festival for McFarland. His first try, the original Fire, wound up with him sentenced to 6 years in jail and ordered to pay back $26 million in restitution after he promised concertgoers the ultimate luxurious music festival in the Bahamas.
The actual experience exceeds all expectations.
But what they received was soggy cheese sandwiches, pup tents, and no music after none of the advertised artists showed up.
We had no electricity, there was no showers, there was no bathrooms, there was no running water.
McFarland has tried promoting the exclusivity of this weekend's gathering by selling only 400 tickets and urging potential concertgoers to purchase advertising. I'm taking 50 custom flags with your company's logo, your inside joke, or your buddy's face, and planting them in the sand around Diamond Key. Each flag is $2,500 US. DM me your artwork and let's make history.
Okay, so the mayor of the island in Honduras tells ABC News that he's excited to have McFarland there and reassured us there are still plenty of tickets left.
And not inexpensive tickets either.
Yeah, they're like $1,400.
Yeah, people really pay to do this
all
thing.
of your history professors would be so proud of you.
I hope so.
Using Winston Churchill to illuminate the Fire Festival.
Sure, there you go.
So well done.
And like he said, never, never, never give up.
Exactly. That's
What a
right.
range,
Never give up.
what a range.
Critical vote that could affect your child's vaccines. The CDC Vaccine Advisory Panel set to meet later this afternoon to vote on changing the recommendation for vaccine scheduling. Our chief medical correspondent, Dr. Taryn Arul, is here with the details. Good morning.
Good morning, George. Well, this discussion yesterday really centered around the timing of the first dose in the series of hepatitis B vaccines that newborns get. And essentially the way it works is you get a dose at birth, then at 1 to 2 months, then at 6 to 18 months. And what's at odds here is around the timing of that very first newborn dose in those first 24 hours. We've been doing this in this country for about 30 years. And over that time period, we've seen a decline by about 94% in terms of kids who get infected with acute hepatitis B. We know the hepatitis B vaccine is extremely effective, over 90% effective. It is considered safe. And when you look at the numbers in this country, over the last several years, there's about 17,000 babies born every year in this country to women who have acute hepatitis B. And without the appropriate preventative measures, about 90% of those babies will develop hepatitis. What is the problem with hepatitis? Well, chronically, it ends up causing things like cirrhosis, liver failure, liver cancer, and potentially death. In fact, about 25% of infants who don't get treated will go on to die from hepatitis. So really, this is about becoming a safety net, that very first dose. And that's what public health officials are saying, that, you know, even though we screen pregnant women for hepatitis, we may miss some of those women who don't get prenatal care. Some of those women may have false negative results. They may never get their test results back. They may never get treated. They may get infected with hepatitis B between the time they get tested and the time they deliver. So there are babies that are going to be vulnerable. In addition, babies can get infected from caregivers. So in those first few months, if a caregiver has hepatitis B, they can pass it on to the baby. Many caregivers or many individuals don't know they have it. In fact, half of Americans who have hepatitis B are asymptomatic, have no idea that they have it. And so really, you know, this is a very important discussion, and I think concerning for a lot of individuals. 117 countries internationally do give the hepatitis B vaccine at birth. And again, as we were talking about in the break, there's no new data or research that is really pushing this forward. It is a re-examination of old research and looking at what other countries do.
So after listening to you, it's hard to imagine this is even a debate, but it is right now. The vote has been put off twice. There seems to be some kind of a tussle going on inside the committee.
Yes, I think there's a lot of confusion both inside the committee, for people listening, for people who were there yesterday. And it's a very difficult time, I think, for parents, for physicians to really know where to go to get the appropriate information. And so at this point in time, the American Academy of Pediatrics, for example, is still promoting the idea that we should get that birth vaccine. That is very important. But I think the important thing for parents, George, is to have a conversation with your pediatrician. Ask these questions, talk about the risks and benefits. Ultimately, the ACIP makes recommendations to the CDC. The CDC sets the policy, but it's really the states that have the ability to kind of push this forward, and insurance companies will follow, unfortunately or fortunately, sometimes what the ACIP recommendations are.
Thanks very much.
Yeah, you got to talk to your doctor. That is such a delicate moment for new moms, too, right after the baby is born and trying to think through all of this.
That's right. That's right. So better to get information ahead of time so you're prepared at that moment.
Dr. Narula, thanks so much. Now, with our play of the day and historic streak for LeBron James comes to an end, Will Reeve is back with the story. All of our grammar teachers are happy this morning. They will.
I don't know why, because it's a consonant and it's a vowel. Anyway, let's talk about LeBron James.
That's another story.
January 5th, 2007, the top movie at the box office was Night at the Museum. The #1 song on the charts was Beyoncé's Irreplaceable. And January 5th, 2007, the last time LeBron James did not score at least 10 points in a game. LeBron will be going into a museum, the Basketball Hall of Fame specifically, and we're not ready for him to put everything he owns in a box to the left, but he is 40 years old, and for the first time in 18 years, he failed to score in double digits. It was last night against the Raptors in the first game in 1,297 games that James didn't score at least 10 points. The end of a streak that will likely never be broken. And for context, Kevin Durant now has the longest streak. He'd have to play 12 more years to catch LeBron. It is reductive but effective to say that LeBron is like if Michael Jordan could pass like Magic Johnson. And here is an example right there. LeBron passes it to Rui Hachimura for the buzzer beater winner. LeBron had a chance to shoot and make his 10 points, but he always makes the smart play. That's what makes LeBron James perhaps the greatest basketball player of all time. Hachimura is open in the corner, bangs home the three, the Lakers win, LeBron's streak ends. So it
That
goes.
is such a champ move.
Yeah.
The way he did that.
Yeah, give it up. Be selfless.
Yeah,
Got to
generous.
make the smart play. Well done, LeBron.
I thought you were talking about Will. And the Easter eggs.
We already complimented him.
My streak of hours in the show continues.
And you're doing it so well.
Thanks.
I can't say this tease.
I'll do it, George.
Go for it.
Have you heard of potato shoes?
George has.
I don't know if they're on your radar, but we're going to tell you all about that footwear trend, and it's on the mashup of comfort and fashion. We're going to tell you all about it.
Oh, yeah. But
Good morning, America. It's 8 a.m. Millions waking up to the coldest air of the season as a blast of Arctic air sweeps across the country.
Freezing outside. It is freezing cold.
Temperatures plummeting in the Northeast. Wind chills below zero. Ginger's tracking the latest.
Singer Jessie J on her battle with breast cancer. The moment she knew something was wrong and why she wasn't afraid.
It's just given me deeper perspective. I'm really riding that wave of living in the moment.
Plus, what Princess Kate said to her and how her new music is helping her heal.
Even through the play. And action. Ginger takes us behind the scenes of Avatar: Fire and Ash for an exclusive look at how you go from human to Avatar on the big screen with the help of star Sigourney Weaver and director James Cameron. As we say, good morning, America.
Live from ABC News headquarters in New York City, it's Friday. Good morning, America.
Ginger's been beaming when she talks about
yes.
this. We cannot wait to see it. Good morning to all of you at home. Hope your Friday's off to a good start.
Yes, yes. And coming up here, the gift ideas keep on coming. Tori Johnson is here with deals and steals, including warm hoodies for cuddling up at home.
Can't wait to check those out. And imagine being in school and Hugh Jackman shows up. Oh my goodness, we're going to take you to a group of students and show you about Jackman showing up in the moment that brought him to tears.
That is coming up. First, look at the top stories breaking at 8. We start with the Arctic blast. Millions of Americans from the Midwest to the Northeast are waking up to frigid temperatures. Ginger, of course, is tracking it. Good morning, Ginger.
Hey, good morning, George. You know what helps you get this cold this fast? Fresh snow. And we got more of it in Lake Effect Snow Zone in western New York. This is Sherburne, and you see an accident happening right there into the snowplow. Thankfully, nobody injured. But this morning, we are seeing records being broken. The daily record lows from Springfield, Illinois at 0, Plattsburgh, New York, 4 below 0, Scranton, Pennsylvania dropped to 6, and Kalamazoo, Michigan also at 6. So when you add a little bit of wind, and thankfully we don't have a ton of wind, the wind chills are even cooler. Decatur, Illinois, 3 below. Columbus, 17 degrees, 14 for State College, and Boston feels like 3. As we go through the rest of the afternoons, you'd say, does it feel much warmer? Well, the afternoon wind chills don't get much better than the mid-20s in New York City, barely above freezing in Washington, D.C. And look what happens at the end of the weekend. More polar air, the single-digit feels likes in Minneapolis. Next week, this pattern is stuck. Everybody wants to know, when are we going to warm up? You got to fly out to Los Angeles, I think, to do that, because West Coast is saying above average next week, Rebecca.
Yeah, I especially want to know about Minneapolis because I'm heading there for the holidays, Ginger. All right, thank you. We're going to go now to holiday gift giving. Major shipping carriers have now posted their deadlines for getting gifts delivered on time. And Elizabeth Schulze joins us with those details. Good morning, Elizabeth.
Good morning, Rebecca. Believe it or not, we are now less than 3 weeks away from Christmas, and the window is shortening to get your holiday gifts in the mail. Here is a look at the cheapest shipping options if you want your packages to arrive by December 24th. So with FedEx Ground Economy, that deadline is December 15th. That's only 10 days away. For the U.S. Postal Service, it's December 17th for both ground shipping and first-class mail. Keep that in mind if you're sending holiday cards too. UPS varies by location, but if you are trying to send a package across the country with ground shipping, you'll also want to get that in the mail by the 17th. Then we start to get into the much pricier options. December 18th is the deadline for the priority mail with Postal Service. It's the 19th for UPS 3-day shipping, the 20th for FedEx Express Saver. There are some 2-day and overnight shipping options where you can actually mail a package on December 22nd or the 23rd, but really it is better not to let yourself get that far. At that point, you're probably going to be paying more for shipping than for the gift itself, Rebecca.
Oh, that's not fun.
The price of panic.
The price of panic. Don't procrastinate. Elizabeth, thank you. Deborah?
All right, Rebecca. Well, now back to our play of the day, and a big surprise for high school choir, courtesy of the Music Man himself. Rhiannon Alley is here with the story, and boy, I cannot imagine if Hugh Jackman showed up.
Especially to your high school,
Yeah.
right? Yes, Hugh Jackman went to Milwaukee for his new movie, Song Sung Blue, and The Greatest Showman really made the most of it. The Milwaukee High School of the Arts Choir was in their classroom when they got a huge surprise. Look at this. I think that's pretty much the reaction any of us would have if Hugh Jackman entered stage right. Look at that. Everyone's shocked, delighted. And that wasn't it. Let's listen now as they serenaded the actor with From Now On from The Greatest Showman, which is, by the way, headed to Broadway. How emotional he was. Can you imagine having to sing in front of Hugh Jackman?
I know, but what a treat for them, right?
What a treat. And that wasn't all. Jackman donated $10,000 for new instruments, another $5,000 to help the school make upgrades to its auditorium. Hugh Jackman is in Milwaukee promoting his new movie with Kate Hudson. It's based on a Milwaukee couple, even posting a photo on social media in a cheese head, which is, of course, a nod to cheese heads.
You could see how much he really enjoyed that.
That's the thing you love about Hugh Jackman. He's always having a good time in anything
And he's
he
such
does.
a good man.
Yeah.
Thank you, Rhiannon. Coming up in our GMA Morning Menu, Grammy-nominated singer Jessie J on her breast cancer fight. She's going to tell us how she's doing now.
Also ahead, Ginger is gearing up for Avatar, Fire and Ash, taking us behind the scenes and showing us how you transform from human to Avatar on the big screen.
And also the story George just loves. Get ready to learn all about the potato shoe. And Jory Johnson is here also with deals and steals.
That's right. We've got great holiday gifts for everyone on your list, from the comfy cozy to cold brew coffee, which is incredible, cookies. All the savings start at just $16. That's coming up right here on GMA.
Back with our GMA cover story, Grammy-nominated singer Jessie J is talking about her breast cancer diagnosis and how her new music is helping her heal. Maggie really spoke with her. Good morning, Maggie.
Hey, George. Good morning. Yeah, it's been 8 years since her last album. But guys, after sitting down with Jessie J, I can tell you she still has every ounce of her trademark personality, even when she got candid with us about her breast cancer diagnosis.
She's the Grammy-nominated voice behind hits like Bang Bang and Domino.
Hello, everyone.
The delightfully effervescent
Hello back there.
Jessie J.
We're ready.
Let's do it.
And this morning, the 37-year-old mom is getting candid about the shock breast cancer diagnosis that came last March, just days before she was set to return to the music world after a 4-year hiatus.
When I got diagnosed with breast cancer, I wasn't scared. I felt a little bit out of control. But I am a sharer, and I wasn't going to sit at home and cry about it. And it's just given me deeper perspective, and I'm really riding that wave of living in the moment and, like, enjoying life.
Can you take me back to the moment when you first realized something was wrong?
I felt a lump, and I said, oh, that doesn't feel right. And I went and got looked at, had an ultrasound, they were like, everything looks fine. And I said, but I've got this achy arm, and I feel like I kept waking up with pins and needles and all these, like, things going ping, 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 ping. Maybe this is what it's like. Is that anything? They're like, okay, with those, let's do a biopsy. I remember phoning my mum first, and I was just like, well, I can't die because I have Sky.
With her 2-year-old son, Sky, and partner Hanan Coleman by her side, Jessie J underwent a mastectomy in her right breast in June, documenting the process for her more than 14 million Instagram followers.
I know you said that you're a sharer.
Oh, yeah.
So why was it so important for you? Uh-oh.
Yeah, no. Cut the cameras.
But why was it so important for you to share all of this with the world?
And I'm just like, we need to talk about these things. I've been very lucky, super lucky to find it so early. It wasn't invasive, thank God. I know there's a chance it could come back, but until then, we're living life.
The singer-songwriter recently sharing this moment of connection and a hug with Princess Kate.
Did Princess Kate say anything to you, mom to mom?
She just said thank you. She know, I know you've gone through a tough time, and I said, I know you have too. And I just said, I just want to acknowledge, like, mum to mum, you know, cancer survivor to cancer survivor, I see you and I feel you. Can I give you a hug? And she said, of course you can. I'm grateful that she received it in the way it was meant.
Now 8 years since her last album, Jessie J is back with Don't Tease Me with a Good Time, singing about the highs and lows of the past few years. From HAPPY, with a video that includes a special cameo from Sky.
No, he's just honestly the love of my life. I went through many journeys to find him. And I'm just so grateful that he held on to me.
To the emotional, I'll never know why, about the death of her bodyguard and friend.
This album covers the journey of grief to finding joy again and the circle again.
Your album's like a therapy session.
Yeah. I remember Justin Timberlake saying to me once, your music needs to be like a slice of your life. And I feel like this is like a pizza. You know, like it's not a slice, it's a full pizza, but they kind of all go together. And I don't think this is the comeback. I think this is the warm-up for the thing.
And guys, she also says her biggest advice to people is just trust your instinct, whether it's in your career or your health. She says, you know your mind, you know your body, trust that. Well, we can all see Jessie J, as she says, bring her full self to the stage. She's kicking off the North American leg of her tour in January. Guys.
So talented and so thoughtful. Thank you, Maggie.
Yeah, bound to save lives, George. Well, now to an incredible look behind the scenes of Avatar: Fire and Ash. Ginger, we almost didn't recognize you. You got to go to the studio where they turned you into an avatar?
I got to be turned into a reef person. I cannot wait until you see this. Our set is beautiful, by the way. So often, though, we get to take you behind the scenes. Well, this time, I'm taking you into a scene and showing you how the technology has helped take James Cameron's brilliant ideas and bring them to the big screen. Here's what it takes to go from human to one of those 9-foot-tall blue creatures that we've all come to know and love.
It's the moment we've been waiting 16 years for, since we were first introduced to the Na'vi. This year, the third installment of James Cameron's multi-billion-dollar blockbuster franchise, Avatar: Fire and Ash.
That's great.
I went behind the scenes and got an exclusive look at how you go from human to Avatar on the big screen.
So what does Ava's heartbeat sound like?
Mighty.
Tell him what you told me.
And action.
And now, I'm going to experience the transformation myself.
Tell him what you told me.
But before I suit up, one of the film's lead actors, Sam Worthington, playing tour guide of Lightstorm Entertainment, which houses some of the most legendary props from James Cameron's career.
So is this like looking in a mirror now at this point?
The technology is pushed, we've gone so far forward with it that you see every nuance of me. You can see little quirks that I have in my face that literally go from when I do it to when you see it digitally.
Once I put this on, I'm an avatar. Ta-da! I'm ready to be motion captured.
How nice to see you.
Yes, you as well.
And lucky for me, Sigourney Weaver, who plays Avatar teenager Kiri,
Why am I different?
helps me prepare for my own transformation.
I like your outfit.
Thank you very much.
I have a similar one.
We're wearing the same thing. Weird. How do you approach a teenager? Because it is different.
Jim had always said, well, I know how immature you are. You're 14, which of course is what he is too. So I know you can play this part.
The team pops on 54 markers on key areas that'll help track my movement. After Sam adds one finishing touch to my costume.
What are these?
It is.
Oh, thank you.
The Lightstorm team then scans in my range of motion, my every movement, translated into, well, basically my own avatar.
You want me to just move?
That was the hard one.
Now it's time to enter what they call the volume with the man himself, Academy Award-winning director and Avatar creator, James Cameron.
So you're going to act today. It's a very small part, but you know, you got to start somewhere, start small.
Gotta start small.
Right? So this
No
is,
pressure, just James Cameron's gonna direct me, it's fine.
Yeah, exactly, no pressure. All right, back to one. That sucked. Yeah, that's what everybody expects, but that's not how we work.
Cameron giving Sam and Sigourney some visual cues before the cameras start rolling.
And is this sea?
It's the lagoon. So this is shallow. There's coral probably 8 feet down. And there's little fish that are swimming around that are sort of attracted to you. Your character is Sirea. So Sirea is the sister of the guy that you're basically dragging in by the ear, metaphorically speaking. You'll probably have him by the arm. You march him in and you say, tell him what you just told me. And action.
Tell him what you told me.
I look pretty good in blue.
And cut. Great. One take wonder.
I'll take it.
I want people to connect with the characters because the characters are expressing real fears and real anxieties and real joy, and it's a lens through which to perceive our own planet. Our own wonderful planet that has all these different biomes. We celebrate it through the lens of science fiction. And hopefully we create that yearning or that longing to reconnect with nature.
I have to tell you, he calls it performance capture because it's so much like black box theater. After you get over the stuff that's on you, you don't have to worry about anything else. And so the intention and the actual acting is so emotive. And when you see this movie, you're going to see that in there.
And we might see you in there.
Yeah, you never know. We'll be watching.
Not in this one.
You never know. What did it feel like, the actual
It's like a Velcro suit, so it's kind of restrictive, but once you start doing the yoga, the avatar yoga as they called it, it opened up pretty easily. And I have to thank Sigourney. She was so helpful, and I was like, I can't believe I'm sitting here with Sigourney Weaver. She is going to join us live in studio on Monday, and Avatar Fire and Ash is in theaters 2 weeks from today, Friday, December 19th. I saw it in 3D, and I think that's where a lot of people will see it. You have to.
So do your boys have a new appreciation for Mom?
Yeah. You know what? It's hard to impress them these days, and this one did it.
I would imagine. Well, you impressed us too.
It is now time for Deals and Steals, and Tori Johnson is here with gifts for everyone on your list this holiday season with savings starting at just $16. Welcome, Tori.
Thank you. This segment is sponsored by PayPal. They are giving you the option to pay now or pay later this holiday season, and we've got so many great options, starting with muck boots. So whether you are shoveling the snow, making snowmen, just mucking around, your feet will stay warm and cozy, but warm and dry is really like the big deal. Plus stylish. We've got more than 20 different styles for men, women, and kids. All of them up to 60% savings plus
Free shipping
from Muck Booth.
And a huge favorite here at GMA.
Huge favorite. Another favorite,
Yes.
giant hoodies. These are great. It's designed to be an oversized hoodie. We've got them, they're unisex, so there's a big variety of options, 18 different colors for the guys and gals on your list. And what's great about these is whether you are just, lounging on the couch or heading out, jeans, leggings, shorts. Some people just put a little belt on it with some Uggs and they're good to go. So no matter how you choose to style it, it's a new lightweight, just very comfy fabric. These are all 50% off from Giant Hoodies.
Yeah, lightweight and yet cozy.
Cozy's key. Okay, True Botanicals making their GMA Deals debut.
Yes.
You guys have asked for this, advocated, and so here it is. We've got all of their best sellers, including this Chibula Active Serum. For a lot of people, this is really powerful antioxidants. For a lot of people, it's an alternative to retinol and vitamin C that they swear by because it's great for sort of targeting all of the signs of aging skin. The brand calls it, and their fans call it, like liquid gold for your skin.
Gold.
Yes. And then we also have this really great, I like this. I'm gonna put a little dab on your hand. It's their Pure Radiance Oil. And what's amazing about this is immediately when you put it on your face, instant glow.
Yes.
And then after a week, you start seeing like really beautiful benefits to your skin. This is a great line to give a try or to stock up, all 50% off.
Celebrities, I always ask them, what do you use on your skin? And a lot of them say True Botanicals.
Okay. Cumulus. I'm really excited about this. I made you a cold brew
Thank
here.
you.
So you feel how cold that is.
Oh, yeah.
That's the
This
magic.
came out like this?
Yes, that is the magic
Wow.
of this machine. You can make cold brew,
yum.
nitro cold
Excellent.
brew, cold espresso
Cheers.
instantly. Instead of using nitrogen-like cartridges, it grabs it from the air. It was named a Time Best Invention. It's won so many different awards because in less than a minute, with just the push of a button, no ice needed, you get that instant cold beverage.
And it came out with the milk.
No,
you
we
added
put
the
that
milk. You
in
added
there.
the milk.
Yes.
Okay, I wasn't
the
sure.
The machine doesn't do that.
Okay, well, this is excellent.
Frankie
It's
put
so
that
good.
milk in there.
Well done. Cheers, Frankie.
Cheers, Frankie. They've created those, so you get to make make it your own way, but it's going to give you also that silky nitro foam that's so difficult
It's
to make
not
on
bitter.
your
It
own.
doesn't have that bite.
So many great options with this. For the coffee lover on your list, 50% off and free shipping.
And I'm a coffee lover.
Oh, there you go. Okay, for the tea lovers,
Yeah.
we've got Tea Forte. These are the most exquisite teas, not only in terms of the taste and the tea leaves, but also in the presentation.
They look so pretty.
They're beautiful, and they're known for their innovative pyramid.
I like that.
And what this does is not only beautiful to look at, but it allows the flavor to infuse better. These are also beautiful presentation boxes. We even have the Frank Lloyd Wright teapots. So if you're looking for just an elegant, exquisite gift, this is for you, and you'll save up to 55%.
Excellent. I love the little leaf on top.
Me too. And then cookies. This is Taylor Chip. Started as a fun date night activity. Could we craft the perfect cookie? Now it is a Lancaster, Pennsylvania powerhouse. All locally sourced ingredients, no seed oils, no artificial flavors, just things like peanut butter blossom, peppermint mocha, ginger snap, chocolate chip. You can heat and eat. They're delicious. A dozen of them, 50% off. These are like the talk of the studio.
They are the talk of the studio, and they're just nice. Like the presentation's perfect for this time of year. Speaking of the windows.
Oh, yeah.
The beautiful window display, Tori.
We've got more for you in the windows, 50% off every single brand, including this AirV wine accessories, plus 48 other brands, all half price. Cheers.
Cheers. Tori's always taking care of us, and thanks to these companies for these deals. You can just scan that QR code or head to gmadeals.com to check out the products. Coming up here, we got a hot gift for your fashionable friends. We're mashing it up. Stay tuned.
Welcome back to GMA, live from New York City.
All right, welcome back. We've been talking about this all morning. If you're looking for a holiday gift for the fashion-forward people in your life, well, how about the potato shoe? That's right, round brown shoes that look a little bit like a potato and are trendy right now. GMA lifestyle contributor Lori Bergamato is here with more in our series On Our Radar. Good morning, Lori.
Good morning, Deborah. These potatoes are hot. Potato shoes, that is. We first read about this footwear phenomenon in the New York Times and decided to see why these shoes are having a fully baked fashion moment. Take a look.
Potato shoes are back, and I am so stinking happy about it.
Potato shoes, a mashup of comfort and fashion.
I wear them with almost every single outfit. Wear them with denim, wear them with leggings, wear them with shorts. I don't even care.
These shoes, when you look down upon them in particular and you kind of just see the toe, they look like a russet potato a little.
Fashion experts say they've grown in popularity because of their convenience, peeling away from the idea that fashion is only for aesthetics.
It's just selling out so quickly. Everyone's getting their fall shoes now.
It does go back to that pandemic period where people were at home. They were looking for things that were more comfortable, which is where these wider, more accommodating shoes kind of came from.
Although this trend might be new, its core value has been repackaged for decades, and brands are using its momentum to make orthopedic principles fashionable, ranging from budget-friendly options to high-end ones that can reach nearly $1,200, like these from Louis Vuitton. There's a spud-tacular option for everyone.
A spud-tacular. All right, Lori is here with some great examples of potato shoes that you can shop for on our website. And what an idea, right?
I know, it is. And we've gotten so many opinions on set. So I just want to say, I didn't cook these potatoes. I'm just serving them today. But we're going to start with...
You can't help it. You can't help it.
I can't help it. It's so easy. But these are from Target, Deb.
Yeah.
You know, we did see that pair that's almost $2,000, designer pair.
Out of range for a lot of people.
Exactly. These are $35. So it's a nice way to road test the trend. These are from Target. Nice, low profile. You can kind of wear them with anything. And a lot of people today have been asking me, but are they slippers or not slippers?
Yeah.
These are not slippers. The way you want to know that is just by looking at the bottom.
It's got
Make sure you have some tread.
Here.
Exactly.
By the way, these remind me of Earth shoes, which I wore back in the 70s.
Yeah,
a little different, but...
Thank you for highlighting that reference, because a lot of people have been talking about this has been around forever.
Yeah.
Why is it getting so hot right now? So it's the perfect segue. So I can tell you it's because of celebrities and TikTok. And celebrities are most obsessed with Uggs. So this is what I'm wearing right now. This is the Ugg Classic Micro.
I like
so
this.
It has that sheepskin inside that's temperature regulating that people really love, because you can wear a sock, you don't need to. Also, they are nice low profile, so they do have that tread, but they don't feel as clunky or as bulky as some of, because the potato shoe, I think part of it is the idea that it can really be the statement of your whole outfit because they're so oversized.
And who needs that?
And these feel a little bit more streamlined.
And on a cold day like today, these are really lovely, as are these with the lining.
Exactly, and these are sort of the OG potato shoe. So it has that real bulbous shape. These are from Birkenstock, made in Germany in the mid-70s. And what people love about these, first of all, it's easy, convenience, and comfort. You can slide right in, slide right out. And Birkenstock has such an incredible reputation. They've, you know, it's comfort science meets fashion.
Yeah.
And right now, they're so hot. So this is a great
These
gift.
I would slide into right away, but these are really pretty,
so this
actually.
is like the potato shoe topped with caviar. These are, we got those at Zappos, I meant to mention. We got these at Bloomingdale's from Veronica Beard. And what we loved about these is they really kick it up a notch. They are suede here, they're studded, and they use shearling. That's when the wool is attached.
Yeah.
And so they're just super high quality, and they're really comfortable. And this is the kind of, the way that you level up that potato shoe.
That potato shoe, and people are kind of salivating over these today.
Oh yes,
so you better hold on to these.
Yeah, these are a splurge, but you know, it is the holidays.
It is the holidays.
One for you, one for me.
You got us covered. That's the way I always shop. Well, you can shop for all of these good shoes on our GoodMorningAmerica.com.
A night of celebration and connection. You went to the Ad Council's annual public service dinner?
I did. It was a lovely evening for a great cause. And the Ad Council says its mission is to convene the best storytellers to educate, unite, and uplift. And at last night's Public Service Award dinner, some of the biggest names and brands in business, sports, and media all gathered in New York City to raise a record amount of money.
Overnight, the Ad Council's 71st annual Public Service Award dinner, celebrating some major milestones.
Tonight is really special, and we're going to announce a really big number for fundraising that's going to support all of the incredible causes we support today.
And that number was big indeed, the event raising $10 million. Co-hosting, along with Jesse Palmer and Live with Kelly and Mark's announcer Deja Vu, a familiar face.
It's panic-inducing.
Okay, well, if anyone can handle it, if anyone has no bad side for in the round, it's Sam Champion.
This year, NFL Commissioner Roger Goodell receiving the Public Service Award.
Tonight, we are honoring Roger Goodell.
NFL commissioner, ad council partner, and Bad Bunny super fan.
What's amazing about the NFL is they see that their platform is one that they need to use for good, and that's what the commissioner has led for a long time.
Presenting the award to the commissioner was Super Bowl champion and NFL Pro Bowl wide receiver Victor Cruz.
We are proud of the impact we make. We're proud of the exposure we bring to causes that need that exposure. But most importantly, we're really proud of changing lives.
What does it mean to you to be recognized in this way by the Ad Council?
Well, it's a recognition of the NFL and the importance of what the NFL, I think, means to our society today. I think how it brings communities together. And it's a great partnership with the Ad Council because they support our efforts and our causes.
With as big a part that the NFL plays in society, how do you harness that responsibility to the public and to all the fans who consume the NFL at record levels?
That's a magic question. I think it's making sure that you're responsive to what's going on in their communities and you understand and you're responsive to what the fans are feeling and what our players are feeling. And it's a collective effort to keep a focus on that and do the things that we think matter in our communities and where we think we can make a difference and change lives.
Our thanks to Commissioner Goodell. It was an impactful and important night. And Ad Council President and CEO Lisa Sherman said, "Together, we're not just raising funds, we're driving meaningful impact on the most critical issues facing our community." So well done by all last night.
Well done by all, and huge props to Rita Farrow, who's the chair of the board, and they raised so much money, and she's such a powerhouse.
She really is. She gets it all done.
Thank you, Will.
We're so lucky we all found love before this new world of online dating. Well, now we're going to look at a woman putting her search for love on display for everyone to see. She got tired of the apps, so instead, she went big. Jacqueline Lee has the story.
Lisa Catalano is looking for love.
I really do want to find somebody who I'm compatible with. I'm searching for the love of my life.
She's tried all the apps, the endless swiping, with one dead end after another. But now, at age 42,
I don't understand what's going on, but I figured it's time for a bold move.
She's taking a drastic step.
This is something I never thought I would do, and I can't believe any of this is happening right now.
Going old school and buying ad space on multiple digital billboards scattered throughout San Francisco Bay Area highways.
What has been the strangest part of this whole thing?
It is really strange seeing myself up on a billboard.
Mary Lisa got
All right, yay, we saw it.
The billboards driving traffic to her own website, Mary Lisa, where potential suitors can apply to date her. More than 3,000 applications pouring in from around the world.
These are some of the applications I've gotten in.
This is so exciting. Lisa printing out the top contenders.
And this is all within the last 9 or so days, 9-10 days. I've lost track at this point. And I'm going to go through everything manually. It is going to take a while, but I'm going to do the best I can.
Look, I think courage favors the bold in life, and all the more power to her if she is making dating such a conscious choice.
Lisa's plight, not uncommon these days. The modern dating scene is not working out for many singles.
Have you guys ever seen a hot single guy in Atlanta? Same.
Between all the swipes, likes, double taps, and DMs, almost 80% of singles say they experience some degree of emotional, mental, or physical exhaustion from dating apps.
The good side of dating apps is there's so many more people. The underbelly of that is there's so many more people that can potentially say no to us or ghost us. So every advantage has its disadvantage.
Lisa shared that she was engaged in her 30s, but tragically, her fiancé passed away from a terminal illness.
To have that kind of tragedy, what was that like for you? How did you get through it?
It's difficult. It's really difficult to lose somebody, especially somebody that close. But I was motivated to start dating again because I do want to try to start a family.
Hopping back into dating was a challenge. Apps like Hinge, Bumble, and Tinder were new to her. So was the phenomenon of ghosting.
I had dozens and dozens and dozens of matches on all these different apps, and the conversations either just completely fizzled out after a few little back and forth notes, or most of the time, no conversation at all.
Fed up, Lisa says it was time to take a bold step.
This is the website.
This is the website.
You did a good job. It looks good.
Thank you. I do have, a section about myself. We have the menu page here. There's fast facts, who I'm looking for, videos, why the website.
Her criteria laid out clearly.
And I'm asking for their religious beliefs, political affiliation, education. And then I have a lot of drop downs that are just yes and no. I'm looking for 35 to 45 with flexibility a year or two on either end. And I feel like that's a pretty comfortable range for me. I'm getting men as young as 19 and as old as 78.
But what about events? You asked, I listened.
Lisa is confident her true love is out there.
Have you thought about that? Like, your future husband might be sitting in your inbox right now.
Yeah, it's really exciting to think about. It's really exciting to think about.
I can feel your optimism and your energy.
I do feel confident that I will meet someone this way. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Amazing.
He's in the inbox, or he will be soon.
10 years from now, paint me a picture of what your life will look like.
Married, young kids, going to Giants games during baseball season.
And they will have quite a story to share with those kids about how it all started. Thank you to Jacqueline for that. And by the way, since starting her site, Lisa's gone out on some first dates, she says, some second dates, and a third date. She says she's taking things slow, but she's optimistic.
She's vulnerable and putting herself out there, so good for her.
Probably going to get a lot more calls today, too.
I would imagine that, George. Yes. Coming up here, Even Stevens and Kim Possible star Christy Carlson Romano is here to light up your morning. Oh, look. There she is.
And we are back with Even Stevens and Kim Possible star Christy Carlson Romano lighting up the morning. This segment is sponsored by Bath & Body Works, and Christy is their spokesperson. She's here to celebrate a holiday event they are calling Candle Day. You can shop all of these products using the QR code on the bottom of your screen. We're so happy to have you here.
I'm so happy. I love it here.
Before we get to all the candles, we have to make sure everybody knows that there is a potential Kim Possible reboot. Maybe Ron, Kim, they're older, and then the kids.
I mean, that would be amazing. That's what the fans want. Let's give the people what they want.
Let's do that. And I know tradition is a big part of the holidays, so do you have any that you've developed with your girls? We were just talking about our kids.
Interestingly enough, I swear, I absolutely go every season, fall and Christmas, to Bath & Body Works with my husband. It's been a tradition that we've had since we started dating.
And so now everybody gets in on the scents. And speaking of nostalgia, I mean, scent is such a big part of it.
Oh, big time.
The holidays are kind of based around that.
They are.
Candles are the centerpiece of the fragrances this year. Tell us about it.
I would love to. Obviously, we have an amazing collection here, but I have some really great ones that I can show you as well.
Yes.
I have my favorites, but everyone will have, whatever favorite they want to have as long as they go to Candle Day. Candle Day is happening this whole weekend. 3 wicks are $9.95. And it's just such a great community event because people go and they share their tricks and their tips, and they also just stand in line. It's so fun.
And candles are such a great way to set the mood. So you've got some different ideas. Let's start with before the guests arrive.
Okay, well, before the guests arrive, it's super chaotic, but you still want to set the scene. So winter candy apple is just so amazing. Can you smell that? So it's got red apples, rose petals.
That's holiday in a jar.
Candied oranges, literally, it's chaos, but light this and you're 100% better.
And then now self-care, relaxing at home.
Yes, you want I'm wearing my husband's flannel on a hike vibe. This is it, Mahogany Teakwood Intense. Do you love it?
Yes.
I
yes,
love
that's
it.
clean.
So cozy.
Okay,
so
and
gorgeous.
now let's say date night, a little romance in the candle.
Ooh, everybody likes that. I got married on New Year's Eve. Champagne toast is admittedly my favorite. And so I just think this is such a beautiful scent. It's champagne and frosted berries. It's simple. You light this.
Nice.
It's a really beautiful holiday set.
Okay.
Holiday.
Now we want to see if your nose knows which one is which when it comes to the mystery scent challenge game. That's what we're calling it. So we wrap these candles representing this year's collection. 20 seconds on the clock. Christy, we are going to give your nose that scent little game here by matching the candle with the correct name. Are you ready?
I'm so ready.
Get set, smell. Oh gosh, okay. Oops, and I'm gonna go behind you, right? Okay. Oh, she's good. She's really good. And you're quick.
Okay, I got it.
Okay.
Trust me.
That one. So
I'm
the
a
first one you have
massive fan.
champagne toast, then snow day,
Wait a minute.
then rum rum reindeer.
Okay.
Oh, she's comparing. This is good. We're almost there.
Guys, I got this. I promise I got this. I am such a massive fan. You don't even understand.
All right, let's see how she did. Champagne toast. I can't see, but is it right? Snow day, great. And rum rum reindeer. She got them all right, y'all. You too can do this because you can bring these home by shopping the candles right there with the QR screen at the bottom of your screen or by going to goodmorningamerica.com. Thank you so much.
I did not know these scents. I promise.
Congratulations.
Deborah, you've been doing great work with City Meals.
I love City Meals, George. It is a lifeline to older New Yorkers, providing meals for them and connections. And yesterday, with some ABC colleagues, we got together, helped them pack boxes to deliver to our elderly neighbors.
Great work.
Yeah.
Such a gift. Yeah. So great for you to do that. We hope you all have a great weekend ahead. Stay well, stay warm if you can.
Absolutely.
Good luck.
Good luck.